Hi all, hello. So I am here by the poolside at New York in Las Vegas at our 2024 Arbonne conference. So once every year Arbonne do an annual conference where everyone from the UK, everyone from Poland, Canada, America, Australia and New Zealand all come together. They launch new products, we have training, we have keynote speakers, we have parties, we have celebrations, we have recognition, and it's just unbelievable. It's just the best thing ever. When I first started my business, which was in 2014, 10 years ago, I came for my first one, and then I've been every year since until the lockdown when we had to do it virtual in 2020 and 2021. And then in 22 and 23, I was pregnant and basically I was not able to fly. The complexities of my pregnancy with my HG sickness just meant it was not a possibility at all. As much as I wanted to come, I was hoping that closer and closer to the time I might be able to, but it just was not meant to be. However, I was able to do it virtual and that was fine. So it's been 5 years since I've been here and it's like home again. It's like you've never been gone. It's a 3-day conference. And so today is Thursday, so today is the new products launching. Friday, tomorrow we've got training recognition, Saturday we've got training recognition, and then we have a big party. So I just want to talk to you guys about joining this business, because in June this month it's actually half price to buy your own franchise. So in UK sterling it's normally £70 a year, but at the minute it's £30, and that's it. That's what you pay for your business. So that's what, £2 a month or something for your whole website that's built for you, and you've got all your customer services in every market. So if you know somebody who knows somebody in Canada that speaks French as their first language, you've got French Canadian customer services over there, even if you don't speak that language. And the same for like Poland, Spanish. It's just incredible. So this business is a really great way to time leverage. So for most people in my team who I coach to grow their business, I don't say to them, you do this instead of anything else. This is usually alongside what people want to do or what people have to do until they can drop it. So a lot of people have 4 or 5 different income streams, different jobs. And I'll say to them, this is a great way to add into that. And then if there's a couple of those income streams that you want to drop, because you've got staff and they do your head in, you've got constant like overheads for something takes up all your time, eventually you can drop them and then you can focus more on the things that you want to do. So Arbonne isn't an instead of, it's an as well as. What I love about Arbonne is there's no staff. You haven't got to deal with people calling in sick, people that are like, I don't want to do the job, that you don't have to deal with any of that. I love that you can leverage your time. So with this business, I help people shop basically. I do all my online training, I learn what I need to learn. If somebody asks me a question I don't know, I've got team support to find out, and then I help them shop. So I have a lot of people that come to me and ask for something to help with the gut. So the most common things I'm asked for is what can I use to improve my health, to focus on my gut, or what can I use to improve my skin so that I can leave the house in just my skin, no makeup, I feel really confident. I do have over 500 products, but those are the things that I mainly get asked. So I respond back to them, chat. Sometimes that person doesn't buy there and then, sometimes they don't buy at all, sometimes they buy down the road, or sometimes they come along and then they purchase. So what then happens is they then order on my website and you get paid a percentage of that because you've done the work. And why this is able to happen is because when you work for retail, so when I worked for Specsavers Opticians, we would sell glasses for over £100, but the frame would only cost pence and the lenses would cost about £1. The reason why they put up in price so much, the reason for the markup is to pay for advertising, staff, overheads, the shop. Like there's so many different things that you have to pay for. So Arbonne cut that all out. They literally make their product and they're sent straight to the customer. There's none of that, like about 80 people in the middle that get paid, which is what happens in traditional retail. So when you're buying a product, 80% of what you pay is paying probably about 80 different people's wages or towards their wages. So in Arbonne, you pay for the product and it comes straight from where it was made, which is great. So we're not marking things up for the sake of it. So if you want to look at doing this business, you're going to help people shop, they're going to buy from your website, and you're going to get paid a commission on what they spend. So if they spend £100, you get paid 35%, which is £35. If you have multiple people buying products from you and your turnover in your till for that week is £1,000, your paycheck will be £350. So what happens is people use the products, they fall in love, they love them. If they don't, there's a 3-month money back guarantee, but it's hardly ever used. It's so rarely used that they actually don't have someone specific for that job because it's so few and far between. So they just have a member of staff sort that out. Or the roller coaster's going. So, yeah, so they fall in love with the products, and then they actually are your advertisers. So they tell people about your business and your product. So what happens then is you then have strangers come to you to buy products. Now, the people that came to me were strangers, but now I make it my business to make sure my clients are like my close friends. So 99% of my customer base were strangers, but I made sure I got to know them. When's your birthday? I want to send you a gift and a card on your birthday. What are your pets? How old are your children? And just get to know them. And that's what I've done. I've got to know them, and people love it because they're not getting this personal touch when they're shopping, and they want it. They want this personal touch. So you fill a gap in the market. You fill a gap by giving that personal touch and going that extra mile. So that's why this business is so successful. So before you know it, you've got £1,000 running through your till one week, but then the next week, because each of those people bought products, they tell people, before you know it, you've got £20,000 a week running through your business. And you're thinking, I'm not putting any more hours in here. But people are telling people, my website's being shared in Australia, it's being shared in New Zealand, it's being shared all over Canada and America and Poland. I don't even speak Polish. So you go to sleep at night, check your app, and you're like, right, okay, I've had £20,000 of sales through my website so far this month. And then you wake up in the morning 12 hours later, if you get 12 hours sleep. I certainly don't. But you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh my gosh, £10,000 last night was bought in products because people were doing their online shopping. So yes, it takes work initially, but then eventually it just keeps building and building and building. As long as you stay in touch with the new products, deliver that service to your clients, they're going to keep telling people how great you are and how great your shop is and that people need to buy from you. Before you know it, your business is turning over £1 million a month, which is exactly what does happen. So we have people here in Arbonne that have been in the business for 40 years. They're over $1 million turnover with their business. Way more than that. So we actually have 7 billion products that are bought from our shop every month. I mean, imagine if you were just earning £1 from each of those 7 billion products. So that's what happens, it just grows and grows. So if you don't have an online platform that's giving you an income every single week, maybe this is it. Another roller coaster. Maybe this is it. So if you want to speak to me about joining my team, talking to me about doing this, I'd love to work with you. Next year in Vegas, I think there's 20 of us this year from our team, but there's 20,000 of us in total. Next year, I want to be bringing 100 people from my team back. I want to be literally, my hands hurting from clapping so much, watching people walk the stage in front of 40,000 people at the MGM Grand, which Arbonne are the biggest, when the MGM Grand do their events, like all the famous boxing or the famous singing and concerts, Arbonne are the biggest contractor. So I want to be bringing back loads of the team so that you're walking across the stage at the MGM Grand with Arbonne being the biggest contractor for the MGM Grand. I'm going to be cheering for your achievements and everything that you've done, because why not? Why not? Let's do this. Let's just make something massive. Let's spend the next year doing something really fun, really worthwhile, and leverage your time so that every week you're getting a ping that you've had money drop into your bank account, and just watch it hopefully double every single week, or at least grow. So let me know if you want to get involved in June. And then what we can do a mass getting started with all the newbies. So everyone that's new, we'll do a whole big getting started, training, what you need to know, and we'll go from there. I'm excited.